Mermaid stretch is a beginning exercise, and we do 2 to 3 repetitions on each side. It's one of our breathing exercises, and so it has a goal of enhancing the respiratory function. It's also a great stretch for the lateral chain and the hips. It also helps the student to improve their ability to hold the ribs off the hips. Let's take a look at the setup. The feet are pulled in strongly into the buttocks, and she's reaching all the way around to hold the underside of the bottom ankle. The spine is lifted with the ribs up away. So think of those hoops, and we want the rib hoop off the pelvic hoop. The fingers reach all the way up to the ceiling, and the arm and the ear are together. Now, the point of this arm and the ear together, she's going to pull down here, is to enhance the stretch and the length in opposition, right? It isn't about jamming the neck or the shoulders. So she lifts up. Now, I'm going to ask her to pull her tail under her a little bit, not because I want a posterior tip, because most students go anterior in this, and so it's a correction. The initiation starts with an inhale as she lifts up to go over, keeping the arm and the ear together. The arms open to a T as she exhales fully. The inhale bends the knee, and again, she comes over to the side, arm to ear and ear to arm, and then the exhalation comes through the T to the top, and she's home. Go ahead and rest for a minute. On this exercise, cue a full deep exhalation. Cue the length, and keep an eye on the student's back. Go ahead and turn sideways, and without much thought, go ahead and reach up and set up. And you can see this is often what happens in this exercise. And so if we give that tail under correction, that usually will bring them into a nice neutral, or I could give a move into touch. Go ahead and face the camera again. So watch for that right away in the setup. Now, let's look at it with precision. So again, arms straight. The movement comes out of the spine, not the arms. So she's going to move her spine to come over on the inhalation. As she exhales, she sits up even taller, and she's really reaching one middle finger to one side of the room, one middle finger to the other side of the room, and that helps to open the collarbones and establish this beautiful shape. And then as she inhales, this elbow bends, and let's kind of talk about this, and she comes down. Now, as she's bending here, she wants to pull that elbow isometrically as though she's pulling it into her, and that fires this up, and she gets this nice bend and stretch and strength all together. The arm and the ear stay together, and there's a big reach here. So go ahead and cock your arm here. We often see this, and we see variations of that, and you want to make sure that that arm stays really, really straight and that we're getting this length here. And then as we come up, we move through the T, but we don't stop, and we come right to the top. Now, common errors are moving the arms instead of the spine. So she kind of is going to come over and throw her arms up, and we've kind of lost the control. We already showed the arch of the back, and then the head placement. Students sometimes look up on this exercise, or again, they peel the arm and the ear away from each other. Keep everything pulled together with the 3 anchors. Let's do 1 repetition into transition to the other side. So here she goes. Inhale to me. Exhale, open wide. Inhale, stretch to the other side, and come home and exhale fully. Now, at the intro level, when you're introducing this, bring the arm down. She can just bring her hands behind her back and swing her feet to the other side, keeping the knees bent, and she's going to set up right over here. Now go back to the other side. As your student moves beyond being introduced and you want to challenge them a little, then we can do a fancier transition. She's going to reach her arms out over the knee. Now as she reaches to me, she pulls her abs back, and then she sits just as deeply in that opposition, and she sets up on the other side here, and we're ready to go. Go ahead and come down and rest. Now, good exercise, because students are almost always tight on one side or the other, or both. But boy, can this be a challenge to set up for a tight body. So one of the solutions is to open the legs a little bit. So we can let the front foot go over the bottom foot. That's going to give her a little space. If I have to, I can open even more. That's not going to be enough for everybody, though. For some students, the solution is elevating their hip. So we can bring a flex cushion under, and she can sit, and that's going to help the student to square the box here. So use the least building block you need to provide the most stretch. So go ahead and come off there and let's look at it in real time. And now I'm going to show a few touches in there with it and I'll talk about it. So I can just guide the arm and the ear together as she goes over. As she comes up, I can be here and she can press down. That's going to help her lift the ribs off the hip. Again, as she goes over, I can give a move into touch. And then as she comes up, the other thing I might do is I might guide the ribs into the body. So she goes over and I'm guiding those ribs in here. Let's pretend that she's finished all her repetitions and we're going to transition to the seal. Now, whatever way that I transition to the seal, or I'm sorry, between sides, you're going to transition into seal. So she could swing her legs around to the front if she did that and set up, or go back. She can reach out over her knees, lift up, come all the way up, sit to the hip, adjust yourself on the mat, boost forward, and dive her hands through for seal.